Hey, this video is about the child tax credit. The child tax credit is worth $2,000, at least for 2024, 2023. And what that means is if you owe $2,000 worth of taxes, then that credit of 2,000 wipes away your tax. And so it's based on having a child that is 16 or younger. So if your child turns 17 by the end of the year, they do not qualify for the child tax credit. It is a little weird that it's at 17 and not 18, but that's how they set it up. And so it's important to understand, can you claim your child as a dependent and qualify for the child tax credit? Uh, it is restricted based on your income, but it's pretty high. So if you're married filing jointly, it's 400,000. If you earn more than that, then you wouldn't qualify for the child tax credit. If you're filing single, then it's 200,000 of income. There is an interactive tax assistant that helps in case you have a lot of questions and you want to go through those questions to see if you can claim your child and receive that credit. So it may not be necessarily your um, child, like son or daughter or stepchild, but it could be a foster child, brother, sister, stepbrother, stepsister, etc. Um, so this form is 8812. I'm not going to go through it, but just show you that this is the form to go through to see if you qualify and get the 2000. Usually with tax software, you don't have to fill out this form and all the complexity it is, but rather it's just a few questions that they ask you. So to give you an example, let's say first I want to say there's the refundable tax credit, which is a credit you can get as a refund if you even if you don't owe any tax. So let's say you didn't have any income, you had no tax, but you have two children. Well, then you still can get some of that credit or refund back. So the child tax credit is partially refundable. For 2023, it is 1,600 per child may be refundable. So, for example, zero income, two kids, that means you'd at least get 3,200 back, even if you earn zero income. Again, you have to make sure that you can claim your child as a dependent. For most of the cases, that's true. For blended families, it may be a little bit more complex, or divorced families. So, a quick example here. This is a made-up person earning 60,000 with four children. So you have the gross income, you have the standard deduction of 20,800, leading to taxable income of 39,200. If we look at our NerdWallet tax bracket chart here, we see that the first 15,700 is taxed at 10%. And so let me give you a breakdown going back to that 39,200 minus the 15,700. So 23,500 is going to be taxed at 12%, plus the 1,570, which is the 10% times 15,700, is 4,390. That's the approximate tax here. And with four children at 2,000 per credit for each child, that's worth 8,000. So 4,000, the taxes owed are wiped out by part of that credit, and the rest is refundable. Um, so they're getting a refund of 3,607. If you add the tax and the refundable portion together, in this event, it's 8,000. It can become a little bit more complex with that based on if you earn less income and you're getting the earned income credit. There's a lot of complex matters that go into the refundable portion. It is more straightforward if your income's 100 or 200,000, and um, depending on the number of kids, it's usually the 2,000 straight across. So that's the child tax credit. Usually it's not too complicated. Straight across the board, $2,000 for each child under the age of 17. But of course, there are some complexities in different situations.